Look at Evelina Salonen, one of the best throwers that the FPL field has ever seen, but she cannot get a putter in the basket.
There's 3 keys to disc golf: driving, approaching, and putting. You need all 3 to do this disc sport.
And we're back. Today I'm going to be talking about how to putt, but in the eyes of someone who has really struggled throughout their disc golf career with putting, but knows how to putt a disc. Like, I know how to spin a frisbee. It's more of the mental collapse between the motion of throwing a frisbee and actually getting it to go into the basket. Try a little flex line. Oh baby, get through? It's a putt. So I think when it comes to putting, the first step that you have to get down is whether or not you're a palm push putter, you're a spin push putter, you're a finger spin putter, or you're a wrist spin putter, or you're just a weird combination of everything. First putts of the day, not bad. So I've tried every style there is. I've tried push putt, I've tried spin putt, I've tried like that pendulum, like Calvin Heimberg, Andrew Marweed. Been good at some, I've been horrible at others. But I think when it comes down to it, I'm a spin putter. And the disconnect for me hasn't always been the actual skill of putting a putter. It has been the mindset of getting the putter into the basket. This is one of the best ace runs out here. Come on. Oh. That might go in. Come on. Are you kidding? So the disconnect between being a person who is skilled enough to putt the putter well, but not actually get it into the basket. Some people might not get that. They might be like, what do you mean if you can putt, like they go in? A2, pretty money once again. Oh, that was not a very good putt. There it is. There's a lot of people who are good at putting, but they get really nervous. I think I fall into that category. Naturally, I can pick up on how to control a frisbee and throw a frisbee. When it comes to actual tournaments and putting the putter into the basket, I'm shitting bricks. Like, I'm nervous. Come on, jump. Yup, another one. God, dude, A2 is a good frisbee. So there's people out there that they just can't putt. And then there's people out there who can putt. Like, if you looked at them, you'd be like, why are these not going in? But it's not getting into the basket. The motion might be nice, the form is good, even the flight of the putter is good. It just, for some reason, doesn't seem to find chains. And that's been a big issue for me, is the putt looks good, the pace is good, the form is good, but you can't get it in. You gotta trust the putter, okay? You gotta trust your motion, you gotta trust your follow through, and you gotta not be scared of the what if. I'm a person who in tournament rounds, a lot of times I'm like, well, what if I miss this? I'm like, what if I putt this and it goes bad and I roll away? But the thing is if you put the putter in the basket, the hole is done. I know that sounds simple, but if you just finish the hole, you don't have to worry about the bad things. You don't have to worry about the rollaways. You don't have to worry about the comebacker 30-footer. Little Minnesota slide. A little wet back here. See if we can start 3 for 3. There it is. Dude, I almost spit dead center. Bando. First one counts though. All right. So this past off season, if you've watched my videos for the last few months, you've probably seen me putt a lot of different ways and try a lot of different putters, try a lot of things, and you're probably like, what the hell are you doing? It's common sense that if you keep switching your shit up, you're probably not gonna get good at putting, which I know. But the thing is, I haven't had anything that I thought worked well. So I finally just told myself, I'm like, dude, spin the putter. I took a day, I went outside, I started spin putt. Like, who cares where it goes side to side? Just spin it, just spin it. Let your hand start working. And the thing I realized is that as soon as I trusted myself to just be like, you know what you're doing, then they started going in. And then I started getting to the point where I didn't really miss much. And you know, now we're a couple weeks into this kind of, I'd call it a form change, but in reality, this is kind of how I putted growing up. And as a younger player, I was pretty good at putting. And as I got older and I got more in my head about things, I got worse and worse. Ah. Dang it. Votem, super good frisbee. I don't know if you've watched my Votem video, but if you're an eagle guy and you can't find good eagles, try out a Votem. Oh shit. I guess we're throwing an A2 upshot. So I guess that brings me to my next point. Trust your body. You know, there's some players out there who, unfortunately, the reality is you may not have the natural athleticism to ever kind of break that ceiling of just being maybe just a mid to low level amateur. Not everyone's created equal. You know, some people are just going to naturally be able to throw, do sports, do other things better than others, and that's okay. See if we can slide the A2 up in there. Jump in the hole. perfect. You want to be as athletic as possible. You want to let your body use its natural motions. 2015, Paul Macbeth. The guy didn't miss putts. I guarantee you remember seeing half the people out on the course start copying Macbeth's putting style. And for some of them it worked because it is a relatively simple putting style. But for some people, that's just not how their body works. We went a little deep. I think we got a cool little between the tree putt here. Not the best stance here, a little stagger. Yup. Twice? Nope. Oh God. Go out into the backyard or before you start the round and you're playing catch with a buddy from 30 feet away. And you're probably hitting them in the hands or, getting it to them relatively good almost every single time. But I guarantee that that motion that you're using to throw to your buddy from 30 feet away is not your putting motion. Well, like, why isn't it? Or why isn't a certain version of that at least? If you're sitting there and you're spinning it nose up like this to your buddy, yeah, maybe you shouldn't putt like that. But if you can just spin it to them when there's no pressure and you're just playing catch, try and translate that to the course. That's how putting works, is you want the most natural, repeatable motion. Paul Macbeth, Ricky Wysocki, Isaac Robinson, Eagle McMahon, Simon Lizotte, Andrew Marweed, Calvin Heimberg, whoever it may be, they're some of the best putters in the world. And a lot of people are gonna go, well, I'm gonna copy them, they're the best in the world. All of these people's bodies are singular to themselves, something that one person can do, not everyone can do. They're gifted in their own way, just as you are. You may not feel that you're gifted in a way of like, oh, I'm really good at putting, but your body has its own abilities, its own natural abilities to throw a frisbee or do an athletic movement or whatever it may be. And if you can tap into that and figure out what that movement is, that's how you're gonna get the consistency on the putting green. I'm gonna go 8-2 again on a flex line or right into the tree. Boom. See if we can throw in the A2. Oh, and it's parked. It's just like a 300-foot forehand, little OB creek. Just gonna go beat up Star Firebird. Kind of straight at it. See if you can skip the creek. There it is. Nice shot. This one's a little more stable. I'm gonna try and hang it up high, then let it just stall to the basket. Oh, I threw it into the trees. Get through? Ah, got through. That's good. Get in the hole. If you are like a beginner in the forehand realm and you're, using like a Firebird for just like 200-foot, skip shots or 250-foot skip shots, a lot of people are like, well, I got to play the skip. I got to throw it, 60 feet left, let it slide in. If you throw the same forehand shot, but higher on a nose up stall line, instead of counting on that low skip flare to settle and, have a good putt, you can actually throw it significantly higher. Throw it high, let it kind of stall out, and then it'll just fall to the basket. Kind of just settle right where it landed rather than skipping 30 feet. So you want to find something that's repeatable. And by repeatable, I mean, are you going to putt the same way in a casual round as you are in a tournament round? Because a lot of people in casual round, they might be a good putter, but if you can't repeat that same motion in a tournament round, well, you're obviously just not going to make putts. And by finding a simple motion, by putting all these little tips together, you can find something that you can actually translate from the practice casual rounds to your actual tournament rounds. I thought I was parked, trickled back OB, kind of brutal. I don't know if you can see me. Second Firebird though, absolute money. Let's go. So I myself am absolutely notorious for like all month developing a putting style, signing up for a tournament, going into the tournament on the first hole, like forgetting how to putt, and then almost learning a new putting style throughout the round where I'm like, all right, what feels comfortable when I'm nervous? And that's not a good thing to do. Guys, if you're going into a tournament and you're realizing like, I'm not doing what I do in a casual round, you gotta find a way to translate that and make it repeatable into the actual rounds that matter. Now, one thing that's been kind of nice ever since like really picking up on YouTube here is we're playing these rounds on camera. I know the nerves don't necessarily translate to a tournament round, but the thing is when I'm playing on camera and I know like I have to post this on YouTube for the world to see, I'm nervous. Like all these shots, all these putts and stuff, they're not just like a casual round for me because I don't want to be viewed as someone who sucks at fucking disc golf. I want to be entertaining while playing good disc golf. It's almost like playing in a tournament because you have that added pressure of like, I want to perform or else I'm going to get roasted in the comments. Basically a flex forehand or a really tight up the gut hyzer flip up. Oh, what the? That might go in. Oh, that was so sneaky. So basically, if you think you're gonna miss, you're gonna miss. If you try and make it and miss, at least it had a shot to go in. Wow, this buzz assess was literally perfect. So earlier I kind of touched on the, like, are you a finger putter? Are you a push putter? Are you a palm putter? Are you a pop putter? Some people put their finger here, some people put their finger here. Some people are using their fingers to really spin the disc. They're popping with their fingers like this. Some people are using their wrist and fingers. Some people are using their palm. So when you're actually popping the disc, your palm is actually like the last point of contact. And I think a lot of people, maybe the amateurs, don't actually realize that. They think, yeah, I'm just kind of flinging the disc. If you can extend so that your palm actually faces the pole at the end, palm to pole, that's probably your best bet on making a putt. You're gonna actually extend, you're gonna pop it off the palm. So I know I might ramble a lot. I guess if I had some main like key takeaways, it would be, first, recognize what type of putter you are mentally. Are you a person who, yes, I can throw a putter well, I can putt the disc, but it just doesn't seem to find the chains? Or am I a person who just naturally isn't very good at putting? You're gonna wanna figure out, are you a spin, are you a push, are you a palm push, are you a finger push, are you a wrist putter? What are you? I think if you're the type of person who seems to miss left and right, try focusing on popping that palm. If you focus on popping the palm forward, your frisbee is going to push forward. Whereas if you're trying to spin with the wrist or fingers, you're gonna be launching it left and right, which a lot of times for a bad putter is like your worst fear, is just being like, boom, missed right by 5 feet and now I got a 30-foot comebacker. Take some Andrew Marweed footage and look at him putt in like slow motion. Boom, just a beautiful palm release that he has. Hole 18, this is about 400 feet, Champ Eagle. Oh man, that one wasn't great, kind of slipped a little. I just want to see how this buzz flies dead straight. Ooh, that is a beauty. God, hell yeah. So if you're the type of person who knows how to putt, but just doesn't seem to find the basket, a lot of times your issue is gonna be the follow through and trusting your disc. Are you a dead straight putter right at it? Are you a hang it slightly right and let it hyzer in? The biggest thing is trusting that the disc is gonna do what you know it's gonna do. If you're a hyzer putter, follow through top right of the basket and let the frisbee do its job. If you're straight at it, follow through straight to the pole and let the frisbee do its job. That's like a 400-foot hole, so the buzz came up probably about 50, 60 short, but it was beautiful. Come on. Get at me. Let's fucking go. Twice worth luck. Oh! So if you're a person who's actually just not good at putting naturally, you gotta figure out your most repeatable motion to actually get the putter into the hole. Bro, are you kidding me? There it is. What? Finding that repeatable motion that no matter the nerves, no matter the situation, you're gonna be able to extend the hand and just let the putter fly. So my main takeaways of this video, learning how to putt from someone who's not very good at putting, find a follow through that you can trust, where you know that if you put your putter on that line, it will get to the basket. There's a lot of times where I've been in a tournament round and I'm like, oh, I'm like stressed. I'm like, I threw a good drive, but now I'm stressed where I'm like, oh, I gotta putt. Just put it in there. Don't worry about the what could happen. And then you're done and you get to go to the next one. Look at Evelina Salonen, one of the best throwers that the FPO field has ever seen. If you look at the statistics, she's one of the best throwers of the frisbees in the game on the FPO side, but she cannot get a putter in the basket. Do you think that it's that she actually can't putt? No, it's that she's an absolute head case. She cannot put the putter in the basket because she hasn't developed a routine. Look at her putt. She literally walks up to it and just slings it into the basket, and they almost never go in. She hasn't developed a routine. She hasn't figured out what works for her. She spins the putter at the basket, but the thing is she doesn't know where it's gonna go. She doesn't follow through. A lot of times it's real snappy. She's not doing where, if she putts to the top right chain link, follows through, it's gonna hyzer right in the basket. But she's not doing that. She's rushing herself. She's in her head. She has no clear thought from the outside looking in on like what she's doing on the putting green. But on the tee, she's probably the most confident player in the world. But I guarantee you, as she's walking up to that putt, she's probably thinking, I cannot miss this, I cannot miss this, I cannot miss this. And then what does she do? She misses. It's a good representation of a player who's one of the most gifted FBO talents that we have ever seen, but she can't even putt. And so there's a lot of players out there that, it's not that you can't putt, it's that mentally there's a disconnection between you releasing the disc and it finding the center pole. That's where you got to figure it out. That's not me being like, I'm a good putter, because I suck at putting. It's been my weakness forever. I've always been able to sling a frisbee, but I can't put the putter in the basket. And it's something that I've been trying to learn myself, tell myself, and really incorporate into my rounds that I think will actually help me in the long run. And I hope that can help you guys too. Fuck, I feel like I haven't sworn enough in this video. Sorry guys, if that's what you're here for. If you did like this one, let's have a discussion in the comments. I love talking to you guys in the comments. Check out the BBO up in the corner. I don't know what corner. I'm thinking about starting like a podcast style where I like recap the weekend's tournaments and maybe go live and maybe like talk about all the shit that went on, and I don't know, something like that. Let me know. Who knows? We'll see you in the next one.
You're doing fine. You can't be everything you want to be before your time, though. So wrong